Hey everyone, this is Sam from Wargamer Online.
I'm Mike.
And today we're going to be unboxing the Wild West Exodus. And this is produced by Warcradle Studios. It's a pretty nice box. It says 2-player starter box, but there's enough models in here that you could probably dish them out and do more than 2 players. So we're just going to have a look inside and see what you get.
Have you got that new box now?
I don't know, it's not, this isn't like an Apple box.
Where are we starting first?
Actually, they're quite nice little dinky instruction manuals, aren't they? They're like CD, you know, when you get a CD and you get your little, oh no, it folds out. Okay.
Little pull out.
Yeah, let's get these out of the way. So we'll move the miniatures for now. Ah, different type of bases. They're like trophy bases. Different side of dice.
Fancy looking dice though as well. Don't know if you can pick it up on the camera or not.
Okay, let's look at the instructions first of all. We've got lawmen deputies. So these instructions fold out. I'm not sure how many pieces you actually get. Oh, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different types of lawmen that you can build. And it's actually quite nice because it highlights on the sprue which bits you need to make the lawman.
Yeah, so you're not going to get them modelled up.
Well, normally you get all your numbers, don't you? Like this, it's got G1, G2, and you have to end up looking on the sprue. But if you just look at, you want to build him, you quite clearly look at that and you can go off the pictures straight away.
Are there doubles of characters, or are they all separate characters, or like 10 different ones?
You've got a bunch of characters, so you've got a huge Iron Horse, Outlaw Iron Horse, the Lawman Interceptor, so both of the factions have got a bike of some sort each. And then characters, you've got 2 characters for each side. And then it looks like 10 infantry.
Yeah, there's no duplicates at all in the box, I don't think, which is always good.
Yeah, so everything is unique, which is nice. But there's also a good amount. Like I say, 10 different models. You've got 5 outlaw long-range bandits, 5 outlaw close-range bandits, close combat bandits, and then the equivalent on the lawman side as well.
Different poses and stuff as well, so.
And then you get 1 heavy weapon. I really like that sniper rifle dude there.
I like the dual pistols.
Which one? Him?
Yeah.
He's my favourite.
I think there is another guy in the box as well, the character at the top.
Jesse James.
Jones.
Yeah, okay. We'll have a look at the sprues on that later. We can zoom in on those. So we've got some instructions, quite easy to follow. I think they're going to be easy to build. And outlaws, same again. We're not going to go into that because it's quite clear what they do. What's the other instructions we've got in here?
We got starter assembly instructions. Yeah, so these are the instructions for all the different characters. So you got Wyatt Earp, Jesse James, Doc Holliday, Frank James. Is that all the characters? And then the 2 bikes on the back as well.
So, I mean, I don't know what sort of setting this is in because these are kind of futuristic steampunk looking vehicles. They're not like bikes. That looks like it's got skis on the bottom of it.
Well, it's a little bit like a train, doesn't it? If you look at it from this view,
yeah,
it's almost like a train.
Yeah, that's true. But also the characters. I mean, Jesse James, he was like a renowned outlaw, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah. So, I've definitely heard of him before.
And maybe, I don't know my Wild West stuff.
I'm quite sure he is.
Okay, so it looks like they're taking characters from the Wild West and put them into this game as playable characters as well.
Yeah.
That's cool. So we'll get the instructions out of the way.
I'm quite sure they've done films for those characters as well.
Well, there was the assassination of Jesse James, wasn't there? Brad Pitt. Was it Brad Pitt?
I don't know on that one.
It might have been Brad Pitt. It might have been somebody else altogether. Right, what have we got now? Get rid of that bubble wrap. So we've got a really nice looking colour rulebook there. We'll look at that in a second. Yeah. One thing is counters. And you've got like generic looking things here. Reload, look out, taking cover, on fire. I don't know what these are for. They look like they're in the shape of a sheriff badge.
I'm looking forward to giving this a go.
Yeah, nice little skirmish game, nice models, good stuff. So we'll get them out of the way. Then we've got some templates. So this is very much like the Games Workshop's range counter thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the necklace that you can get. I don't know what all these measurements are for, but if you're trying to measure distances, it's just handy to have a nice little marker like this. So it comes with it. It's great.
Well, that's going to be easier to use than having a tape measure to do everything, isn't it?
Yes, and then we've got a giant template. So I was thinking this was like a flamer and a template separate, but it's all one thing. So you know, normally you're always trying to find a template, aren't you? You never have them all.
Oh, well, that's all built into one, isn't it?
You never have the whole set, so you just bring that to wherever you're going to be playing a game, and you can't possibly lose it. So that's nice. Nice little template. And then the last one looks like another one of the...
It's one each, and I think. Is this?
No, these are different sizes.
Size?
So we've got 3" there. There's an extra ½ inch on most of the measurements. Actually, all of the measurements. I don't know, maybe characters get that and normal guys get that.
It could be down to special attacks or something. I think we need to look at the rules for it.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to go into rules today. We're just going to have a look at what you get inside the box. So far you've got quite clear instructions, good templates, counters, and then we've got the rulebook. So what have we got?
It's a nice artwork in the book as well, by the looks of it.
Let's go from the beginning. So there's 62 pages. Gang actions. I wonder if it plays like Necromunda, or one of those type of games. So you've got a map. Maps are always good. James Gang. It does look like the Wild West, but with some steampunk style stuff in there, and that's pretty cool.
So I think there is quite a few other gangs as well, not that are in this box set. So you've got the 2 army gangs that are in there now. Then I think there's another 2 or 3 gangs, I think.
Oh, this might be, here we go. So you've got the Enlightened.
Yeah.
Tight confederation of the most brilliant minds of the age. The Enlightened represent the cutting edge of intellectual and scientific achievement. Pretty fancy. And you've got the Union, which looks like a beast.
Looks a bit like Abraham Lincoln, doesn't it?
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln, what was it, Zombie Slayer? He was running around
Vampire Slayer, something like that, yeah.
So you've got the Union, which is basically your presidents running around with axes.
Oh,
The Warrior
I've
Nation.
not seen this before. Uh-oh.
That's yours, isn't it?
I think it might be now, yeah.
Werewolves. So the native tribes of North America were marginalised and disregarded by the ever-expanding forces of the civilised world until they turn into werewolves and ate everybody.
Werewolves is a win-win, mate.
Definitely. Okay, so you've got werewolves. Then you've got the Outlaws, which is one of the factions in this pack. And yeah, strove to collect massive fortunes and create names for themselves that would stretch from one ocean to the other. So they're out for fame more than anything. And then you've got the Lawmen, which are out to catch all of the bad guys. So how many was that? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 factions in the game.
I think I was right then, wasn't I? One of the 2 or 3 gangs that aren't in the box.
Yes, yes. So we've got 2 start factions and then all of that. Oh, Abe Lincoln. That guy is Abe Lincoln. So that's why he looks like Abraham Lincoln. What are you doing the face for, Rachel? He hasn't got a massive beard though, has he?
I do not recognise that. Let's have a look. Oh, come on, that's blatantly
He's got a top hat. That could have been Tom Hardy. Right, rules. We're not going to go into the rules, but what you need to play.
There's a million pages for the rules, is there?
It definitely looks more complicated than Age of Sigmar. But then again, everything is.
But it's probably going to be easier to play than 40k.
Maybe. I think we need to play. I mean, it looks fleshed out to the point of a skirmish, proper skirmish game like Necromunda or Wartime. That's what I would relate it to. But I haven't played enough skirmish games to know much of a difference at the moment. So that's what it looks like firsthand. I do like the background on all of this, actually. I like all of the weaponry. I like the factions. I like that it's got Abraham Lincoln in there. Weapon profiles, 1-hand, 2-hand, heavy, template, melee thrown. So it's very similar to what we know already as a wargamer. Special rules. It's just learning all of those extra special rules. And then you've got scenarios at the back as well, so you can play extra game types.
Does it say how long an average game would normally take?
Not there, no. But it uses different dice, doesn't it? Which we'll go on to now. So you get your rule book in there. Quite a nice looking book. Gonna have to go through to actually see how the game works first of all, though. Right, then we go on to dice. What have we got?
Fancy dice.
Fancy dice. You only get 4, so I'm not sure how many you actually need. So we've got, what are they, D8s?
What we got?
2 D8s? D10?
D2, so we got, is that 2 D10s or is that?
Oh, they're all D10s.
No, they're not all D10s.
They are.
No, they're not.
That's a D10, that's a D10, that's a D10, that's a
Are they all
D10.
D10s?
So is the whole game D10 based? Let's see if I can roll D10s, because I don't play D10 games enough. You didn't even see what I got.
It wasn't good. Neither was that, to be honest.
Cool. Right, we're rubbish at D10 games. Now, normally we just move on from bases, but these have got a nice bevel to them.
They look good in display.
That was immediately I thought they looked like trophy bases. I really like that. Because you build up your base on the top of that and you've got this frame around the outside showing off the model.
See, I don't know if your camera can pick it up.
Definitely nice bases. You know what? I would switch all of my GW stuff onto these bases.
Yeah. And if you're just painting models up to go in a cabinet,
I wonder if you can buy these separately.
Display bases as well.
If you could buy these separately, I think from now on my armies going forwards, I might use these.
I'd be tempted into doing something like that, yeah.
If the range was there. Because we've got some, I don't know if they're 32mm, they look like 32, but obviously the top of that might be 25. With the whole Age of Sigmar, that's what I'd be playing, where they say use whatever base you want, basically. Basically. Right, bases, get them out of the way. And then we're going to go on to the fancy models. So we might need to zoom in on this one. We have the technology. We have the technology, why don't we use it? This is the first heavy weapon. I think this is for the Outlaws. This is the one with the really nice looking sniper rifle on there. But in terms of detail, there's quite a lot to them, isn't there?
Yeah, there's lots of bits you can pick out when painting. They are really nice models.
They're quite small, but I do like the detail. There's a lot on there. You can get away with just doing some base colours and some washers. And I think I'm definitely looking at the Outlaws for me. You've already chosen the Warrior Nation now, haven't you?
Well, I'm thinking so. If there's potential for werewolves, then
yeah,
I'm thinking yes.
So that's the heavy for the bandit side. Then you've got the heavy for the law men. He looks more like a Rambo character. He's got a shotgun. He's got all of these shells around his waist. Around his chest. And then he's got a nice cool. What's that? Is that a cowboy hat?
That's what I was just trying to work out. What, no, that's the hat. I'm not sure what that bit is. Oh, it's his belt.
Ah, that is his waist belt thing, yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool. I do like the lawmen actually.
So there's not that many
cool pistols.
There's not that many pieces to the model, is there? So they look quite easy to build as well.
Nice. I do like those pistols though.
Yeah. Well, this opens up like room for just adding, like say for instance, if you're just looking to make your own sort of gang, well, the way they look, then you can just take bits from other models.
Yeah, there's a few more multi-part bits in this kit rather than building them straight as they're supposed to be. They're the two heavies. What have we got next? Now this is a bit of a bigger one. Is that one? No, they're the two.
Is that the two different bikes?
So we've got two different bikes here. There's a lot of detail. I'm just wondering if you could use them for 40k bikes. You know, if you could buy them separately.
I don't know what the size difference is.
You could put a marine on that and build the front of that and use that as a like a heresy scimitar jet bike.
Right. I do think with this bike, if we can, I don't know if you can see this bit here, I think that's the front of the bike. I do think it's meant to be designed so it looks like a steam train.
Yeah. And then you've got this really cool cape or cloak that the guy's wearing on the back of it. Tiny heads.
Yeah, there's a lot more detail than I realised there was on these models.
But not too much that you can't just put like the base colours on and wash it and it still looks good. That's a really cool looking bit of detail on the front of there as well.
Lots of extras for the models.
Yeah, and then we'll go up to the sprues on the top. And you've got spare cowboy hats. If they're not spare, they're at least separate to the heads. So like we were saying, you can convert them quite easily. And there's a lot of like bionicle looking bits. That's Jesse James, look.
Has he got
Wyatt.
bionic arms?
2 bionic arms, yeah. It's like Iron Hand Strachan in the Wild West.
What?
Just mesmerised.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm not too keen on those.
What are those? I can't see.
They look like masks or some sort of helmet.
They're like robot, like steel masks or something.
What do the lawmen have? Have they got faces or have they got like bionic faces?
Let's have a look. What we got? Look at these. I think they've all got faces. They've got like half masks, like bandanas.
Well, these are like full.
No, they've all got faces. So
I don't know what those are for then. So potentially they're all additional masks that you can put on.
so just an alternate head.
Yeah. But it's more of a face. So I think you've got to put their head on and then you put whichever mask you want over the top of it.
So what unit's this now?
Lawmen.
Lawman.
So these are the lawmen. And you've got all of your heads on the top of there.
So is that just enough heads for each unit? Because I think it was
That is,
5.
so there's 5 there.
Yeah.
And then there's 5 down here. So that's this one sprue has got all of the lawmen team on it, other than the characters and the
Yeah.
bikes. So they're all in one place. If you were to split this up with somebody, you're not like cutting up sprues to spread everything. You just go
Just
there's
straight
yours.
down the middle.
There's mine. Let's start going. But cool looking combat boots, nice looking models. It's good that they're not necessarily multi-posed, but they're all different models. So you're not going to have a very boring, similar looking force.
I think they are all fixed as well, aren't they? As to what pose they're in.
Yeah, I mean, you could always convert them. You could always re-angle some of the arms. So if you were to get a second set of this or buy another box, you could always chop them up anyway. But they're quite cool. I like it. I like this sort of pose.
There's a lot of detail on these.
I don't know why. It reminds me of Judge Dredd. It's partly because of the bikes. All of this techno armory.
A little bit.
Sort of stuff.
Is it like sort of futuristic Wild West?
Yeah, it looks like it.
It definitely looking at the models, it looks like that sort of setting.
Yeah, if anybody has played this and knows exactly what sort of setting this is supposed to be in, because we haven't done our research and looked into it, we've just got the box and we were excited to open it and have a look inside it. We don't actually know what setting this is supposed to be in. It's Wild West for definite because it says that in the title, but other than that...
Well, it's got cowboys in, so I think that's a giveaway.
Yeah. Right, and then we're going to go on to the Outlaws. Now this is cool.
Trench coats, straight away.
I like trench coats. And they've all got them. Well, a lot of them have got it, by the look of it. Definitely happier to choose the Outlaws. So they've got bandanas, balaclavas.
I'd say paint in the face. Well, you've only got
the brown paint. They're really cool. Loads of shotguns. Loads of pistols.
as well.
So you've got your long range team, long range squad, if it's sideways. So all of this again is the long range stuff. And then the bottom part is all of your close combat.
So altogether you've got 2 units per army and then 2 characters and a bike?
Yeah, and a heavy weapon.
And a heavy weapon.
It's a good little box. I mean, that was priced at £40. So for £40, if you're splitting this up between a mate, 20 quid each.
It's not bad at all for an army.
20 quid each, I mean, you've got a decent little force.
Well, it's a game
to
that box,
playing.
isn't it? So 20 quid for a game with all the models that you'd need. Obviously, there's the options then to add to it with add-on boxes.
Yeah.
But this would be enough to get you going.
Yeah. So all in all, for £40, we got quite a lot. So there's all these sprues, loads of really nice bases, and definitely interested to see if we can get these as
You are quite impressed with them.
placements. I'm just impressed with how they look like trophy bases. What do you think, Rach?
Yeah.
I just like the idea of building up your sand around there and then wiping it off around the outside and having a very nice, neat base on the centre. And you could build some cork and rocks off the edges of this as well. I'm definitely looking forward to doing the bases on these. You know, it comes back to me and bases.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Well, you've got to think the basis.
Got an addiction. Dice, D10, counters, instructions, and a nice colour book, as well as a big template. So definitely need to start building some of these up. painting them, and then trying out the game. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so and like the video if you did enjoy what you saw. If you want to see more of this sort of content from this game in particular or different games, make sure you put a comment in the section below just to tell us what sort of game you want us to unbox and maybe do a review and potentially play in the future, because there's so many out there we can't possibly cover them all immediately, so having some sort of order that we can go through and see what's popular would be a great help to us. There's our website, wargameronline.com, and if you go onto there you can make a free account which will give you access to even more videos. There's a premium subscription which you can sign up for. It's only £2.99 a month, and that will give you access to a whole load of painting tutorials, the in-depth ones that take quite a bit to actually put together, as well as battle reports. There's going to be extra premium battle reports. What else is on there?
Chats, I think.
I'm going to put some exclusive chats on there. You can interact with us as well. So there's quite a lot.
In-depth showcases as well. In-depth
showcase, yeah. So you're going to get those popping up soon, which are going to be a good 30 minutes or so. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.